go straight on my skin. So beautiful. Hands down, one of the best lychee fragrances you can find out there. Like pink champagne with a lychee in the glass. That's why it's so similar to Last in Paradise and the 𝙁𝙏𝘾 L'Eau Rosée. If you want to expand your olfactory experience, if you want to expand your olfactory portfolio, I think this one is a must try. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Giselle, I review perfumes. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers, as I always say. So guys, today I'm going to talk about the top 5 fresh fragrances for spring. And this is a designer edition. Maybe I'm going to do a niche edition, but today it's all about designer. So if you want to hear more about these fragrances, let's jump in. The first fragrance I have for you today is L'Eau Rosée by Miu Miu. This fragrance is absolutely stunning, guys. If you like Last in Paradise, if you like the 𝙁𝙁𝘾 L'Eau Rosée, you have to try this one because these three have a lot in common. This is a chypre floral. It's so stunning, you guys. It's very dewy. I don't know if you know, but in French, rosé means dewy, has nothing to do with rose, aside from the fact that the fragrance might or might not have rose in the composition. However, dew means, however, rosé means dew or dewy. And this is what this fragrance is. And in fact, that's why it's so similar to Last in Paradise and the 𝙁𝙁𝘾 L'Eau Rosée, also a very dewy scent. And I bring this up because many people don't like rose in fragrances. And just because the name is L'Eau Rosée, might stay away from this beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Big mistake, because they will be missing on something truly, truly beautiful. Very feminine, extremely feminine. This is not unisex. This is a feminine fragrance. It's pretty linear. It opens with a very invigorating, very sparkling burst of lychee and blackcurrant. It's very, very juicy, like pink champagne with a lychee in the glass. As the fragrance transitions, you'll leave behind that extremely sparkling opening. The floral aspect will start kicking in and you will start getting more of the floral core, which has a very dominant lily. I also smell peonies here. I don't see peonies listed. However, I do smell peonies here. Maybe rose as well, but peonies are, to me, pretty obvious. This is a chypre fragrance, and traditionally this olfactory group has bergamot, oak moss, cislabdanum, and patchouli. Now, in modern perfumery, it's not uncommon that perfumers like to challenge olfactory groups and notes, so maybe we don't have those notes here, but at least some of them, I suspect, oak moss here and bergamot. Bergamot is always in the top notes, or usually in the top notes, and it provides that burst of freshness, citrusy freshness, which this fragrance has. Although it's not listed as a citrusy fragrance, but it does have that citrusy freshness. So, and the dewy component might come from the oak moss. However, it's not earthy at all. This is a very clean fragrance. In fact, it deserves an honorable mention in my previous video. In case you want to check it out, I posted last Saturday. It was about clean fragrances for spring. So I should have included in that video, but I didn't want to make the video extra long. So honorable mention in my previous video. But this fragrance is very clean. It's fruity, it's floral, it's ethereal, it's sheer, ultra feminine, very sparkling. It's really beautiful. If you like Last in Paradise, the original Last in Paradise, the Eau de Parfum, I owe you a comparison with the new Extrait Flanker. But yeah, if you like the original Last in Paradise Eau de Parfum, if you like the 𝙁𝙁𝘾 L'Eau Rosée, I can almost guarantee that you will also love this one. I think L'Eau Rosée is by far, hands down, one of the best lychee fragrances you can find out there. It's perfect for every day. It's an easy reach, very elegant, very sophisticated, very effortless chic. It's very wearable, very versatile. Work, lunch, brunch, after hours, dinner, you name it. It's a very versatile fragrance. It lasts about 5-6 hours on my skin. I recommend overspraying a little bit. I always carry a decant. In fact, I have it here. I made a decant because I'm planning on wearing this fragrance today and probably tomorrow because I'm loving it this time of year. And as I said, I recommend making a decant because it will definitely prolong its lasting power. Absolutely stunning perfume. Please give it a try. L'Eau Rosée by Miu Miu. The next fragrance on my list is Daisy Wild. This is my favorite. I think they have 3 or 4 flankers. This is the original. For whatever reason, I always tend to prefer the original version. I always try all the flankers because I'm curious, of course. And since I review fragrances for you guys, I want to be in the know of what's going on, right? So I always try every single flanker. However, this one is my absolute favorite. It's fresh, it's green, it's so beautiful. I just came back from vacation. I brought this fragrance. I put a very nice dent there. Got a lot of compliments. It's perfect for spring, summer. Great fragrance for hot weather. And it is just so beautiful. It's very corky. It's quite unique in its own right. It has a very prominent banana blossom note. Now, mind you, I don't know if banana blossom even exists because as you probably know, there are many fantasy notes in perfumery like cashmere and bubblegum, marshmallow, you name it. So I don't really know if banana blossom exists in real life. I never smelled one. So what I can tell you is that I picked a very subtle banana scent, very pleasant, without the ripe, fleshy, ultra sweet, fruity component. So this is floral, 100%. You do have that beautiful sweet banana scent without being too sweet, too cloying, and fruity. It's also very clean, very green, very fresh, super duper fresh. Perfect fragrance you wear right after the shower. Really beautiful. I also want to highlight the fact that the green aspect here, it's not aromatic, it's not herbal, it's not grassy. So if you don't like that type of scent profile, don't worry, this fragrance is green, but in a fresh way, not in the aromatic, herbal, grassy way. Super mass appealing. As I said, got tons of compliments on this fragrance. It's really beautiful. I just encourage you to try it. It lasts about 5 hours on my skin. Just an FYI, this type of fragrances, this type of scent profile is not meant to last forever. They usually last anywhere between 4 and 6 hours. Anything beyond that mark to me is a bonus because this type of scent profile, this olfactory family is not the type of scent that will last all day. Like ambery, woody, balsamic fragrances. This is a completely different scent profile, perfect for this time of year. And another thing I forgot to mention about this fragrance is that although it is a floral, it's done in a very modern, fun way. So don't think about it as a typical floral. And I say that because some people hate florals because I'm pretty sure the type of floral they have in mind is the vintage linen one. I don't see anything wrong with that, but it's a matter of preference. Some people even despise those type of floral fragrances. So I wanted to be very clear and let you know that yes, it is a floral. Of course, look at the lid. No doubt it's a floral fragrance, but it is done in a very contemporary, modern, fun way. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's cheerful. It's joyful. It brings me happiness. It puts a smile on my face every time I wear it. It's so pretty. Just look at the bottle. The presentation alone is so pretty. And this was Daisy Wild by Marc Jacobs. The next fragrance on my list is J'adore, a classic. And this is the Eau de Toilette. Nothing new here. This is a classic, an iconic fragrance. And as much as I love all the flankers, the Eau de Toilette is my favorite, especially for this time of year. It's so beautiful. It opens very bright, very luminous. It's so sparkling. This also smells like champagne to me. Very beautiful. It's very clean, very white, very translucent as well, very sheer, feminine. I would also put J'adore in the same category as L'Eau Rosée and Lost in Paradise and the L'Eau Rosée as well. They are different. When I say I will put them in the same category, it's more about the vibes than the scent. But of course, in some cases, scent-wise, there are some similarities, but it's not this case. So as I was saying, it's very bright, very uplifting, very luminous. It's very white, very sheer, very translucent, very feminine. It's very airy as well. All of the fragrances I'm reviewing today have that in common. They are very bright, uplifting, invigorating, very sheer. So there's nothing different in that regards. However, of course, the scent is different. This is sweeter, very elegant. I don't know what is it about this eau de toilette, but there's something so magnetic about it that I always have an eau de toilette in my collection. It's so pretty. I like to think about the eau de parfum as the nighttime version of the eau de toilette, but of course you can wear the eau de parfum during the day. In fact, I bought the eau de parfum first, then I fell hard for the eau de toilette, and this is my current favorite. However, I used to wear the eau de parfum during the day, and every now and then I still do. Really gorgeous scent. It lasts about 5-6 hours on my skin. Average projection in the first couple hours, and then the fragrance transitions. It sits close to the skin, so yes, it becomes a skin scent. However, it never loses its presence. So yes, it is a skin scent, but when people come close to you, they'll be able to smell it. And it also leaves a very beautiful sheer sillage the entire lifetime of the fragrance. It has a very musky, woody base. It's very mass appealing, very safe for work environments. Even people who aren't into fragrances have complimented me on this scent. It really is very mass appealing. So this was J'adore in the eau de toilette concentration. The next fragrance on this list is Paris-Deauville by Chanel. I'm gonna go straight on my skin. So beautiful. This is a very green, very citrusy fragrance, very uplifting, very sparkling right in the opening, very fresh, clean, citrusy, as I was saying, very aromatic as well. It has a pretty prominent basil note. I love basil in perfumery. Very beautiful. It's very outdoorsy as well. It smells very expensive, but this is like quiet luxury. This is not loud, no bells and whistles. This is very quiet, very elegant, very chic, very effortless. So pretty. 100% unisex, although it leans a tad bit on the feminine side, but it is very green and very herbal. The citrus notes here are also pretty prominent, especially in the opening, but it never, even when the fragrance transitions, you never lose that strong citrus component. So if you like citrusy fragrances, this one is a must try. We have orange, we have bergamot, and we have lemon. Now the lemon here, it's very noticeable, but it's not tart. It's more zesty and juicy, that really a tart lemon note. It's also effortless chic, perfect for work, perfect for any type of event. You can never go wrong with this fragrance. It's a dress up or dress down type of scent. You can rock this fragrance with a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt, or you can wear it to a wedding and you can never go wrong. Versatility, to me, it's one of the most remarkable aspects. And again, it's very fresh, very green. It's so invigorating, and it has the Chanel refinement without their typical DNA. It lasts about 4 hours on my skin. And again, this is another fragrance. I always make sure to carry a decan with me because it's really beautiful, but sometimes you will have to respray. And another cool thing is that you can overspray as much as you want, and it will never be annoying. It will never be overpowering. You will never bother anyone. I will say it's really soft because that citrusy aspect of the fragrance makes it stand out. So it's not really 100% a skin scent. It has a nice presence. People notice this fragrance. However, the composition as a whole has such a great balance that makes the fragrance smooth, well-rounded, no screechy notes whatsoever, and it is a mass appealing scent. So I think this is an underrated fragrance from this magnificent house. Definitely worth trying. Paris-Deauville by Chanel. And the last fragrance for today is Ex Vetiver by Juliette has again. I feel guilty for not having worn this fragrance long enough last year. I did wear this fragrance and I love it. And you know, when you have so many options, sometimes that's a bad thing because you always go for something else first, especially if you don't have it right in front of your face. And this is the case. I have to find a new place for this fragrance because I want to make sure I will make good use of it this summer. It is so stunning, guys. I love Vetiver. Vetiver is not an entry-level note. Usually people who start in this journey, in this fragrance journey, don't like vetiver because they find it very masculine, a little bit earthy, which I get it, because usually vetiver is used in colognes, fragrances targeted towards men. However, here the vetiver is done in a very different way. In fact, it has 3 different types of vetiver. I believe vetiver from Indonesia, Haiti, and India, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a pretty sweet vetiver, and let me tell you, this is the most feminine leaning vetiver fragrance I've ever smelled. Oh, it's so good. It is unisex 100%, but it leans on the feminine side. And it's not so common to find a vetiver fragrance that is feminine leaning. Usually they are more masculine leaning or 100% unisex, and that's it. But this one, although it's unisex, I can tell you that it leans feminine. It's very clean, very green, very fresh. It's as green as the bottle itself. Beautiful. It's very linear, very easy to wear, also very versatile, very mass appealing. I always get compliments when I wear it. It doesn't seem that I've worn a lot of it, but I did last year, and this is the big bottle. I think it's 3.4. I think this is the only size they make, but yeah, this is a big bottle. And as I was saying, it's very linear. It doesn't change, which I love, because sometimes when you smell a fragrance, you fall in love with the opening, and then the fragrance changes so much that you can even regret having purchased it, right? So I like when fragrances are linear. Of course, I also appreciate complexity in perfumes, but sometimes you just need something linear, something that smells the entire time the way it smelled when you first try it. And this is the case. It's extremely pleasant. This is the same profile I will never get tired of. And you know what? This one reminds me a lot of Original Vetiver by Creed. Not the new one. Creed launched a new vetiver fragrance, which I tried. I don't remember the name. I don't have the name right off the bat, but it's a new vetiver. I still prefer the original, which is also kind of sweet. This is very, very similar, not on a dupe level or anything like that, but it is kind of similar. It reminds me a lot of that one, and it is beautiful. If you like Original Vetiver by Creed, you will definitely love this one, except that you have to keep in mind that this leans a little bit more feminine. This is sweeter. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this perfume. I highly encourage you to try. If you want to expand your olfactory experience, if you want to expand your olfactory portfolio, I think this one is a must try. And if you haven't fallen in love with vetiver, or if you don't like vetiver, this is by no means your typical vetiver. This is very, very clean, very crystalline. Yes, it's green, but very, very crystalline, very pure, very uplifting, and very invigorating. I still encourage you to try this one because it might change your perspective and your thoughts about this beautiful note. Ex Vetiver by Juliette has again. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 fresh fragrances for spring. Let me know in the comments below if you're familiar with any of these fragrances, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.